Automobile manufacturer Hyundai, based in South Korea, was busted recently with an ICE raid conducted at its sprawling Meta plant in Bryan County, Georgia. About 475 illegal aliens were arrested, with more than 300 being Korean nationals. Just last week, the South Korean president met with President Trump at the White House and pledged to invest billions in the U.S. economy to build batteries for EVs. And that's what this Hyundai plant in southeast Georgia is supposed to do. Build the first fully electrified vehicle and battery from Hyundai. It's a joint project with LG, another South Korean tech company. The Meta plant came about by agreement between Hyundai and the state of Georgia. The agreement was supposed to bring 8,500 jobs to the county. A spokesperson from Hyundai said none of the illegal aliens arrested were employed directly by the company. All of the illegals were subcontractors. Now, Hyundai said it has zero tolerance for noncompliance with the law and is reviewing processes to ensure subcontractors maintain the same high standards as Hyundai. Now, this includes thorough vetting of employment practices by contractors and subcontractors. The multi-month ICE investigation was first presented to a judge, and the raid was conducted pursuant to a judicial search warrant, which found hundreds of illegals on site. The raid put the illegals in full panic mode. Some of them hid in the air ducts. One individual jumped into a sewage pond. And this is what people can expect when they violate the law. They'll be covered in sewage. They'll be hiding in air ducts. And whose fault would it be? Now, they can blame the government all they want, but the government didn't force them to work illegally and to steal jobs from American workers. The detained individuals came in through various means, crossing the border illegally. Some were visa overstays. Now, some violated the terms of the visa waiver program, and I suspect that's how many of the Korean nationals who were arrested got in. VWP is a visa waiver intended for travel, tourism, and business. Now, they need to be vetted electronically, so there is a terrorism screening, and their stay is limited to 90 days. So if a nation is VWP, in my view, and this is just what I believe about the program, net immigration from that nation is reduced or will be reduced over time. So if a nation is VWP, there is an acknowledgement that conditions in that nation reduce the prospect of mass migration to the U.S. So it's good news for that nation and good news for the United States in the reduced burden of taking care of every nation out there that can't or won't take care of its own people. This ICE operation was one of the largest ever, with federal, state, and local officers participating, including members of the Georgia ATF. So yes, there is a community safety issue. Now, apparently the employment violations at this plant were well known in the community. For about a year, ICE had caught some individuals before, and they confessed to working at the plant. The criminal investigation is ongoing to protect jobs for Georgians and Americans, to ensure a level playing field between companies so that employers who violate the law don't gain an unfair advantage. Now, this is to safeguard the integrity of the economy. Integrity is one of the pillars that has made the U.S. economy the envy of the world, because a corporation does business through contracts, and nobody makes a contract if the contracting partner isn't trustworthy and doesn't do things the right way. Now, this also protects workers from exploitation, and I'm saddened to be saying this, unlike Georgia AFL-CIO President Yvonne Brooks. Now, she issued a statement against the ICE raid of the Hyundai plant. Her statement contains all of the Democratic Party talking points, alleging that ICE is harassing workers, pitting employees against each other, etc. Now, all of those talking points are designed to inflame emotions and get everyone's back up. Now, those employees are not working legally. They don't have the right to do what they're doing, okay? The U.S. should not become a dumping ground for the world's worst, who bring their corrupt values and try to force Americans to tolerate their corrupt values. The fact of the matter is, though, some nations have become so weak they can't say no to crime. Venezuela, for example, they elected a literal drug cartel boss as their president, Nicolas Maduro, a nation that has no will to resist crime. The Democratic Party wants to open their big tent to crime, obviously, to win elections, but there is a side effect. The bad drugs always have side effects. They destroy the body and the mind. The immigration crackdown is designed to heal the body politic of the United States and to clear the mind of really bad junk that wants to stay in the body, obviously. It wants to stay, but it has to go. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and don't forget to subscribe.